welcome back to my channel. And if you are visiting my channel for the first time, you are also highly welcome. This is another quiz time, and in this section we would be looking at some questions that are related to the muscles of the arm region. I have put up a lecture on the muscles of the arm region. If you've not checked up that lecture, please kindly go and do so before taking up this quiz. The first question we'll be looking at here reads, the short head of the biceps brachii originate from dash. Is it seen to originate from the infraglenoid tubercle? Is it seen to originate from the coracoid process? Is it seen to originate from the supraglenoid tubercle, or is it from the acromion? The correct answer here as it relates to the site of origin of the short head of the biceps brachii is the coracoid process. The coracoid process is the point where the short head of the biceps brachii muscle originates from. Don't forget that the biceps brachii muscle is a two-headed muscle which has a short head and also a long head. The short head is seen to originate from this point, while the long head is seen to originate from the supraglenoid tubercle. We've highlighted this in details in our previous lecture on the biceps brachii. Now let's go to the second question, and this reads that which of the anterior arm muscle forms the roof of the cubital fossa? Is it the coracobrachialis? Is it the biceps brachii? Is it the brachialis, or is it none of the above? The correct answer is the biceps brachii. Biceps brachii muscle is seen to form the bicipital aponeurosis at the point of insertion, and this is what creates the roof or forms the roof of the cubital fossa. Now let's move to the third question, and this reads that which of the following facts is correct concerning the biceps brachii? Is it the fact that it has no direct attachment on the humerus? Is it the fact that it crosses only the elbow joint? Is it the fact that it is deeply embedded in the anterior arm region? Or is it the fact that it has three heads? Out of all these facts, the correct answer as it relates to the biceps brachii muscle is the fact that it has no direct attachment on the humerus. This muscle is seen to cross over the shoulder joint and also the elbow joint. It is seen to originate from sub-regions of the scapula, and finally it is inserted on radial tuberosity. And considering the pattern of its origin and final insertion, it has no direct attachment on the humerus. It is basically seen to be crossing over the shoulder joint at the upper part and also the elbow joint at the lower region. The second option here, which states that it crosses only the elbow joint. The biceps brachii muscle is also seen to cross over the shoulder joint. Hence, this is incorrect. It is not also seen to be deeply embedded in the anterior arm region. It is a superficially placed muscle in the anterior arm region. This muscle is not also seen to have three heads. It is a two-headed muscle. And this is why it is so named biceps brachii. Hence, this is also incorrect. Hence, the correct option is the fact that it has no direct attachment on the humerus. Now, let's look at the fourth question. And this reads that the triceps brachii exact extension is it seen to insert on radial tuberosity? The triceps brachii, is it seen to have two heads, or is the triceps brachii seen to be innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve? The correct answer as it relates to the triceps brachii is the fact that it's exact extension. This muscle is located in the posterior region of the arm, and muscles in this region are seen to exact extension. They are the extensor group of muscles. Hence, this is the correct answer. It is not also seen to be inserted on radial tuberosity. The triceps brachii muscle is seen to be inserted on the olecranon process of the ulna. It is not also seen to have two heads. It is a three-headed muscle. And finally, the triceps brachii is not innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve. It is seen to be innervated by the radial nerve. The radial nerve innervates muscles in the posterior compartment of the arm, where the triceps brachii is also located. Now let's move forward to the fifth question, and this reads that the lateral one-third of the brachialis is innervated by dash. The lateral one-third of the brachialis muscle, is it innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve? Is it by the ulnar nerve? Is it by the axillary nerve, or is it by the radial nerve? The correct answer here as it relates to the innervation of the lateral one-third of the brachialis is the radial nerve. The brachialis generally seen to be innervated by the musculocutaneous nerve, but its lateral one-third is specifically innervated by the radial nerve. This we've also highlighted in our previous lecture on the muscles of the arm. Now let's move to the sixth question, and this reads that the brachialis exact. Is it seen to exert extension at the elbow? Is it seen to exert adduction at the shoulder? Is it seen to exert flexion at the elbow? Or is it seen to exert internal rotation at the shoulder joint? If you look at the point where the brachialis originate and their final insertion point, you see that this muscle is only seen to cross over the elbow joint. And we say that when muscle crosses over a particular joint, they would be exerting effect around it. So it is seen to exert effect only around the elbow joint because this is the point where it crosses. And we know that muscles in the anterior compartment are seen to exert flexion. Hence, the correct option here is flexion at the elbow joint. Now, let's move to the seventh question, and this reads that the triceps brachialis is innervated by dash. Is it the musculocutaneous nerve? Is it the ulnar nerve? Is it the axillary nerve? Or is it the radial nerve? The correct answer here, as it relates to the innervation of the triceps brachii, is the radial nerve. The radial nerve is seen to innervate muscles in the posterior region of the arm. Hence, this is the correct option. Now, let's move to the eighth question, and this reads that which of the following have common origin points? Which of the following pairs is seen to take their point of origin from the same source? Is it the coracobrachialis and the short head of the biceps? Is it the brachialis and the medial head of the triceps? Is it the long head of the biceps and the brachialis? Or is it the short and the long heads of the biceps? The correct answer here as it relates to the pair that have the common origin point is the coracobrachialis and the short head of the biceps brachii muscle. We know that the coracobrachialis, if you break down the name, originates from the coracoid process of the scapula. And also the short head of the biceps brachii also originates from the coracoid process of the scapula. So these two are seen to have a common point where they originate from. Hence, this is the correct answer. Now let's move to the ninth question, and this reads that the Popeye sign is characterized by abnormal bulge in the anterior arm region caused by rupture of tendon of dash. Is it caused by the rupture of tendon of the coracobrachialis? Is it of the tendon of the brachialis muscle? Is it the tendon of the biceps brachii, or is it the tendon of the triceps brachii? The correct answer is the tendon of the biceps brachii muscle. When there's a damage or rupture of the tendon of the biceps brachii muscle, this sign can be used to characterize this mishap. Now let's go to the 10th question. This reads that the common tendon of the triceps brachii inserts on dash. Is it seen to insert on the coracoid process? Is it seen to insert on ulnar tuberosity? Is it seen to insert on the coronoid process? Is it seen to insert on the olecranon process? The correct answer here as it relates to the insertion point of the triceps brachii muscle is the olecranon process. This is the point where the common tendon of all the heads, which include the medial, the lateral, and also the long heads, finally insert upon. Now let's go to the 11th question. This reads that which of the following spaces is formed by the long head of the triceps brachii? Is it the quadrangular space? Is it the triangular interval? Is it the upper triangular space, or is it all of the above? The correct answer here is all of the above. All of the above listed spaces are formed by the long head of the triceps brachii. We also described these spaces in our previous lecture on the triceps brachii. You can go and check that lecture up to keep yourself updated. These are spaces created by the long head of the triceps brachii and its surrounding muscles. And these spaces are created to allow for the passage of vessels and also nerves. Now let's go to the 12th question, which is the last question. And this reads that which muscle forms the floor of the cubital fossa? Is it the biceps brachii? Is it the brachialis? Is it the triceps brachii? Or is it the coracobrachialis? Out of all these muscles listed, the muscle that is seen to form the floor of the cubital fossa is the brachialis. The brachialis is seen to run across the elbow joint, and it is located in the anterior region of the arm. Considering the pattern by which the fibers run, it is seen to form the floor of the cubital fossa. Let's have your grades in the comment section, and thanks for watching.